have no idea what it is.
All right, so this is a section you should know almost everything about. Measures of central tendency. Well, I was thinking of the tendency. I think that's right, isn't it? I don't know. Check. Okay, so let's just get to real quickly. There's only a couple things that I need to make sure that you understand when there's a problem. For the most part, you know how to do all of this stuff. So, the word mean means average. How do you find average? Yeah, add everything. Divide by? How many? By how many there are. I had a total number of things, but I thought I'd put it in your own words, or Reggie's words. The total number of things is what you're dividing by. Okay, everybody, I think, understands average. Median. I'm going to go ahead and just start with the example, and I'll use the example as we go through the words. All right, so let's write this down here. Here are the numbers. 46.89, 47.65, 48.15, 49.05, 49.19, 49.5, 49.68, 51.09, 53.31, and 53.68. I'll give you a second here. Knock it all out there. What are you guys doing? What for? In order? Lauren, why do they have to be in order? To add.
No, I
Okay,
mean,
that's
like,
nice.
that's,
Yeah, for the mean, they do not need to be in order, but for median, they have to be. So we'll talk about median here in a minute. Let's go ahead and find the average. So you just add all these together. Somebody check this because I did, yeah. Oh, Reggie, well, we're going to depend on you. Here is what a symbol for average that we use in statistics, X with a bar above it. So if you happen to see that, and you'll probably see it in your next few math textbooks, that's what it means. So what'd you get when you added them all together?
498.19.
Yep, that's what I got. And you divide that by how many there are. How many are there? 10. And what does that get you?
49.819.
Yeah, all it does, when you divide by 10, it moves your decimal to the left. Alright, so that's your average. If it says to round it to something, then round it to that position. Alright. Median. What is median? The middle. Mean is the average. Median is the middle. What if there's not a middle number? What if there's not a middle number? Bryn.
you have to do and divide it.
Right, so if you have an odd amount of numbers, you will have a middle number.
Drop the calculator.
If you have an even amount of numbers, which we have 10 here, that's even. because then you don't have the middle number listed. And Brent says you're supposed to take the average of the two middle numbers. So there's 10 numbers. What are the middle two numbers? How do you find them? If there's 10 numbers. What if your arms aren't long enough? Huh?
Side, go forward.
What's half of 10? So it's 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's these two right here. Add those up and divide by 2, I think. I didn't do this, so everybody do this? 98.65, 2. 98.65 divided by 2. 40. What is it? Oh, 69, I'm sorry.
Every single time you didn't mean
If it's, no, good, 49.345.
Yeah, I got you.
You got that right. Okay, good. Range. So this is all review. It better be. What does range mean? Oh, whoa, I forgot. Mode.
No.
Erase.
The number that shows up most.
What is mode?
The one
Most common.
Most common.
Oh, okay.
Most common. Huh. Curious.
Yes.
Is there a mode?
No.
Well, I'm just asking. Does everybody agree there's no mode? Is there any number used more than once?
Nope.
Alright, so in this case, we're going to say no mode.
Not available.
Wouldn't they all be moved?
Yeah, it depends on which textbook you're looking at and what your purpose is of finding a mode. Usually you want something that's used more than once. So if there's no mode, you realize that every number is used the same amount of time. Okay?
What if each one's used twice?
Then they are all the modes. Okay? And that's kind of why you say all of them are the mode when they're only used once. But and what we're going to use it for is we're just going to say there's no mode if there's nothing used more than once. Everybody got it? Okay, range. Somebody tell me what range means. Another reason why it's important to put them in order. So the median, you must put the numbers in order. Okay? Yes?
It's like the distance between the littlest number and the biggest number.
Yes, subtract smallest from biggest. So far, this is all stuff you know. The biggest is 53.68, and we're going to subtract 46.89. Everybody do that? Because I don't know how to subtract. Without a calculator, please. Seriously.
Wait, this is hard.
Borrow. Carry.
What's this? What do you do this?
I can't take 9 from 8, so I borrow 10 from here. Instead there, 18 less 9. 9. I can't take 8 from 5, so I borrow 9. 15 minus 8, 7.
Oh crap, I copied it.
6. 7, 9.
You get 12 minus 6.
Alright, so 6.79, you got it right. Good, so that's the range.
You're so sorry.
Okay, here we go. What you don't know. It's always a catch. Mean. Absolute. Deviation. Crap, no, it's just mean absolute deviation.
Yeah, it just.
Laura says it's not difficult.
So it's kind of difficult then. That's long.
That's not nice.
So what is the average So what you're doing is you take the differences of each number, the absolute value differences. So if it's negative, you just make it positive. You take the differences of each value from the average, from the mean. Take all those differences, add them together, and divide by 10. There's 10 of them. And that gives you a mean absolute deviation, an average deviation from the mean. Okay? So, and we'd like to know how far off each number is on average from the average that we found. Okay, that's kind of what you're finding. All right. Do you have a number that's way off base? That's really the purpose of this. Okay, you want the number to be small. You want the deviation to be small. There's a thing called standard deviation, which you guys will be working on. It's a lot like this. And you want those numbers to be small. How accurate is your data set? Do you have pieces in there that are so off base that are skewing what the average really is? That's kind of what you're doing here. You're starting to use math for something that's a little more applicable. You want to know if your data set is an accurate account of things that are happening. Okay? So let's just show you how to do this. So you take each number, 46.89, minus the average, 46.819. And you're going to take the absolute value of that because we don't want to deal with negatives. We just want to know how far off it is. Everybody do that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Mistake. Oh, whatever. That's my calculation mistake. Just wrote it down wrong.
It's okay.
I counted it. That's pretty sad. You're making me count things like that. All right, the next one is 47.65. I better check to make sure I want it. That's 49.819. Take the absolute value of that, and so on.
Take a while.
Just write this down. This is how you do it. So you find each of these differences, you add them all together, and you divide by 10. When you do that, you're going to actually get 1.7237. So there's not a big deviation from the mean. That's that. That's the average number amount away from the average. Okay?
Wait, what do you divide it by?
How many there are? There's 10 of them. Okay? So that's called mean absolute deviation. Absolute because you're taking the absolute value. And you want to know the average deviation. Does that make sense? What you calculated? Yes?
So if you wrote them off, you've gone all the way to 49.5.
Oh yeah, all 10 of them. Wait, what?
For the absolute deviation, when you're doing the calculation, which you've only gone up to 49.5, which is right below the average.
Oh, no. You do all 10.
Oh.
All of them. Every one of them.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Guys, you're going to get into some math where you're going to fill up your page. You know, you got to get past, I can't wait to get this done as fast as possible. You're more geared towards solving a problem through multiple steps and working through a thought process. It's not about, can I get this done in 30 seconds? We got to get past that. You guys are all smart enough. We got to start doing things with your brain instead of just saying 2 + 2 is 4. All right? Your assignment. Should you choose to accept it? Yep.
We don't have to do it.
Page 877, 3 to 18 all.